It appears as though the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis fight is on thin ice, shaky ground. Again, I've been locked in here, but that was as of, well, 12:45. I'm pretty sure it has been reported by multiple outlets that they are, well, first of all, MVP put out a statement that they were doing their own investigation after the reports regarding the new Tank Davis allegations came out last week. And there's no conclusion to that investigation, but it seems like all signs are pointing to them going in a different direction. A civil lawsuit was filed in the Miami-Dade County region. According to the lawsuit, Davis is being accused by an ex-girlfriend of battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Lawsuit comes 2 months after Davis's previous domestic violence case was dropped by a different ex-girlfriend and the mother of 2 of the boxer's 3 children. I just think MVP is in the business of being the home of women, right? At this point, like, that's a huge part of their identity. What is their identity? It's Jake Paul and women's boxing. That's their identity right now. And they've done a phenomenal job for the women. And so how, with these allegations lingering and now coming to light 2 weeks before, how can you go through with it? And it sounds like they feel the same way. It's an impossible spot to be in.
The only part I'd say is, like, you kind of know who this guy is ahead of time. Like, this is not exactly a shocking revelation. Like, Tank Davis is, this is not the first rodeo. But I do think it's too close to the fight to really be, messing around here. Like, you got to figure out a new solution.
And so there's been multiple reports regarding people that they've reached out to. Names like Ryan Garcia have been brought up. Terrence Crawford has been brought up. Francis Ngannou has been brought up. And Francis Ngannou spoke to TMZ today, and he did confirm that he was contacted. And the quote was, "How can they go from Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? It makes no sense." He was like, quote, "We think about you to fight Jake." I'm like, what? Which Jake? Bro, come on, don't disrespect me like that.
What the fuck is that?
That might have been the most timely "what the F is that" of all time. What do you guys think about that stance from Francis? Because actually, there's a part of me that thinks, take the fight, you knock him out, you'll be like 65 pounds bigger than him, and it's a nice little feather in your cap.
I think that was a great backup solution. I think Francis versus Jake is a great fight.
If it goes all
compelling
according to plan, like he should theoretically get paid a bunch of money, knock out Jake Paul, and make off like a bandit. There is always the world where it goes awry. If he were to drop the fight to Jake Paul, that would
right. But I mean, you can literally say that about any fight. Are you just saying that the risk is greater than the reward?
I don't think so.
In my eyes, losing to Jake Paul is worse than losing to Anthony Joshua.
Right.
But what if the price tag was astronomical for that? That can't be that. I don't think Francis is a big risk to lose to Jake Paul, respectfully. Like, I think Francis probably is a decent-sized favorite in that fight. And
has to be. And he's so much bigger. How do you go from Tank Davis to Francis Ngannou?
Well, it's the other end of the spectrum, right? With Tank Davis, and I was on record saying, like, I thought he was going to dummy Tank because of the size difference. Francis is a big boy, much bigger than Jake. And so, yeah, I don't know. That feels like a perfect fight for Francis Ngannou, who, let's be honest, when you're looking around the landscape, doesn't have many great options right now. Like, there's not a no-brainer Francis Ngannou fight other than maybe the long talked about Deontay Wilder thing that seems to have life every so often. This would have been a great option for him. So I am a little surprised.
Is there anyone in PFL?
No.
The winner of Nemkov Fajedas. Yeah. I mean, especially if it's Nemkov.
Do we want Fajeda too?
No. I'm saying especially if it's
Jake Paul's more intriguing than those. No,
low key.
Not
credit to Jake Paul for being willing to fight him in like 10 days.
I mean, you could say a lot of things about Jake Paul. Willing to fight is not the criticism of Jake Paul. Now, granted, there's going to be people who will be like, he beats up old people, he beats this. But like when you're going, I want Francis Ngannou, it kind of falls on deaf ears for me. Like Jake Paul wants to fight people.
So who can he fight?
I have no idea.
So based on the reports, it sounds like they're looking for a December date. So no one's going to want to fight on 12 days notice. That's more of like an MMA thing than a boxing thing.
For sure.
But I mean, that is in a month from now. And it could be in a month and a half, but we're in November, so a month and a half. I don't know who the like of all the names mentioned, Francis to me was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because there's still some unknown regarding Francis.
100%.
He's coming off a knockout loss. I know it was to Anthony Joshua.
Francis is not a boxer by trade, so that makes a lot of sense. It's a good fight.
Like everyone always said he would pick on the MMA guys who are smaller than him or that much older than him. He kind of checks off both boxes in that, he's not that much older. And, oh, by the way, he's that much bigger.
And he fought Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's some schmo off the street. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense. It really makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised.
Tommy Fury?
No, please, God, no. Let's not do this again. Please, God.
I mean, KSI would be great, but Mams just said he needs surgery. I wish he would have had the surgery already. So these things could be in play.
It can't be Tommy, right?
You can't do. Well, the thing is, like, you can't do the KSI fight this fast. Like that needs a proper build-up.
For sure.
The Tommy one you can. It's sort of like the Tyron Woodley thing in that, like, you can. There's a history there. There's commentary. There's footage. Like you could whip that up. The problem with Tommy is it's still unclear whether or not he can come into the country, and I don't think he has come into the country since he was told, and the family was told that they couldn't. So I don't think they're going over to the UK.
Who's interested in Tommy Fury versus?
Are you interested in Ryan Garcia?
Fuck yeah.
Well, it sounds like that was something that. Do you disagree, GC?
No, I am interested in that. It was just Rick's answer, maybe.
So he's bigger than than Tank. Historically,
still small, but much bigger than Tank,
154, whatever. But yes, bigger. Oscar De La Hoya, from a very familiar setting, went to his social media and replied to the talk of a potential Ryan Garcia versus Jake Paul fight. Take a listen.
What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. So I wake up to calls from reporters asking me about Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia. Let me just tell you why this fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN, and Jake Paul fights on Netflix. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. And that's just the way it is. I mean, this is business. Ryan Garcia's probably going to rant saying, oh, you're keeping me from making money and this and that and fighting. No, you have to go by the law, by the rules. You have a contract with DAZN. You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next. See you guys.
We were there. We were in that room. Rick and I, Casey. Great debut, by the way, from Casey on the Boys in the Back on Thursday. Great stuff. The people love Casey. So let's see how this all plays out. Do you guys think he fights in December?
Yes, because I think Jake is the type to make a fight happen no matter what. So yes, I do believe he will fight.
The other thing that I think is at play here, they can't just come up with like some sort of, like they want this card to be on Netflix. And there's a certain standard, right?
Yep.
So far, Netflix is Netflix. And the first three events were Blockbuster on Netflix. So Netflix isn't going to just...
They won't accept just some random thing that nobody cares about.
100%.
Yeah.
Paul Borland 2 is not on Netflix?
I don't know if you could sell that.
Ryan Borland.
No,
Paul Borland.
Come on, bro.
Oh, Paul.
Slash
Jake Paul / Ryan Borland.
My bad. On the poster.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.